So I've popped outside with my husband to have a go at the 20 questions for Costubers that So Loud has set up. Thought it might be a bit of fun. Don't know if there's anyone who wants to know anything more about me, but here we go if you do.
Okay, first question. What was your first costume?
My first costume was a green velvet medieval-ish dress that I made when I was about 17. I made it out of some old velvet curtains that I had to over dye to get the green right. And I wore it for my 18th birthday party as the Lady of the Lake. Apologies for the hair, it was a very long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago it was. But that was my first costume. I made it without a pattern because it was hard to get patterns in those days.
What's your favourite costume and what are you most proud of?
My favourite costume is probably my natural form Victorian dress, which is red and black with loads of pleats on the skirt. It's probably the best fitting thing I've made, and I feel amazing in it. The costume I'm most proud of is my beaded butterfly gown, which was a special prize winner in the Foundation's reveal competition and took me 3 months to bead.
What costume do you dream of making?
You say that so romantically. My next ambition after the butterfly gown, which was one of those, is a Worth Lily dress. It's black velvet, it has white satin lilies, and they're all beaded. So that's probably my next ambition. Might be a few years before I do that one though.
What is a sewing task you love versus one you hate?
I really enjoy putting together the actual pieces once they're all worked out and creating the whole garment and trimming everything, which I know a lot of people like. And I also love that moment when this sewing project becomes a garment, it becomes a piece of clothing. There's just a moment, and that's wonderful. I loathe and detest fitting and toiling. I struggle because I'm not a normal size, I'm plus sized, and I have quite an odd shape, so I can't just grab a pattern and go. I have to toile and fit, and I hate it.
Would you rather sew wool or silk?
I actually prefer sewing with wool. I find it's much more obedient. It doesn't slither or slide. I love both, but if I had to choose, I'd probably choose wool. And you can also manipulate wool and shrink it and stretch it and make it do what you want.
Would you rather go to a theme event or pick your own theme event?
I love both. Probably slightly a themed event. I like the idea of having a structured goal for making costume and everybody being part of an immersive thing.
Would you rather attend a big ball or an intimate dinner?
I would probably rather attend something where I know lots of people. So if an intimate dinner is with friends, then that. If I didn't know anybody, I'd rather go to a big ball where I could hide. I do love period dancing, so maybe an intimate ball.
Machine sew or hand sew?
For big long seams, machine sewing, but I do find hand sewing very satisfying, so a bit of both.
Do you like wigs and hairpieces or your own hair?
I haven't worn any wigs for costuming. I've worn a couple in theatre, and I quite enjoy the huge change of look, but I think I'd probably go with hair pieces to enhance your own hair, which is very period. I struggle to get my hair to hold a curl, so let's go with hair pieces.
Name 5 small businesses you love for costuming things.
Farthingale Hats, who do the most amazing hats and also sell a lot of lace and parasols and other fun things. American Duchess, because who doesn't love American Duchess? Sign of the Grey Horse, which is an American company who make 18th century buckles and sparkly things, and they're beautiful. Dames a la Mode, gorgeous jewellery. I haven't bought any yet, but I'm saving up. And Rags and Jags. Look them up, they sell shoes in the UK.
Name 5 YouTubers.
5 YouTubers I really like watching. Cynthia Sedgey of Red Threaded. Abby Cox, who's from American Duchess but has started her own YouTube channel. It's great entertainment. Liam, she's Nikki Liam, who's mad about the 1830s. Sosteen, who does the most amazing embroidery. And I can't go without mentioning the wonderful costuming drama who just keeps me entertained and company whenever she releases a new video.
What's your favourite colour?
My favourite colour is red, dark red, and also I've got a very fond spot for orange.
Pearls or sparkles?
Pearls or sparkles is a tricky one. I think it depends on the era I'm wearing. So, pearls with earlier periods, sparkles with later ones. If I was looking at a big ball of jewellery, I would be drawn towards the sparkles, though.
What costume trip have you dreamt of making?
The one trip I would really like to make that I haven't made yet would be Carnival in Venice. There are some plans for a group to go either next year or the year after, so that would be my dream trip.
Favourite cocktail?
My favourite cocktail is a porn star martini, no doubt. Passion fruit and vanilla vodka.
Who is a costumer you'd love to meet?
I've been really lucky. I have met a lot of the famous costumers and costubers. People I haven't met that I would love to meet. I'd love to meet Taylor from Dames à la Mode. And I really want to meet Nikki from Liam.
Plain or patterned?
I would probably go with plain because I like putting trim on, and you can put a lot more trim on plain fabrics.
Using a pattern or making your own?
I would way rather use a pattern. I don't usually get the option. I usually have to adapt patterns hugely to fit me nicely. So sometimes I might as well make my own. Given the choice, I would prefer to use a pattern, but I often end up making my own.
What is your favourite era to wear?
Do I have to choose? I feel most comfortable in medieval 15th century commoner wear because I've worn that every summer for half my life. I probably feel the most elegant in later Victorian, so natural form, second bustle. So those would be my choices.
And which is your favourite to make?
I do have a fondness for pleats, so I'm going to say natural form, second bustle.
And tell us one thing we don't know about you.
I have a master's in computer science, which is 20 years out of date.